and Cooling, AJ's Event Center, PLM Lake and Land Management, Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones in Evart, Burnups Equipment Company, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, Worth Landscaping, and Big Rapids Roofing. And now, Evart Wildcat Football. Let's go to the field with Jonathen Hart and Cameron Miller.
It's game night here on B1039, and you already know what that means.
The lights are on, the stands are packed, and the boys in blue and gold are ready to dominate.
This ain't just football. This is Wildcat football. Smash mouth, hard hitting, no mercy gridiron action.
Every snap, every drive, every bone rattling hit, the Evart Wildcats are here to leave it all on the field.
Led by Hart, powered by pride, these Wildcats don't back down. They hit harder, run faster, and play tougher.
And tonight, whether you're in the stands, on the sidelines, or tuning in loud, you're part of Wildcat Nation.
I'm John.
And I'm Cam.
And you are listening to the home of your Evart Wildcats on B1039. Cam, we are here in little chilly Beale City, Michigan.
You don't tell me.
This game has been circled on the schedule for me since I got this job here. Just being able to call Evart, first of all, has been absolutely amazing. But knowing that now, this week, is a huge game for the Wildcats. You win, you keep your playoff hopes alive. You lose, you wipe them goodbye.
Yeah, yes, you're completely right with that. And if they win this game, not only does it help them keep their playoff hopes alive, but it also knocks off the #1 team in the state right now in Division 6. So there's two good things that come out of this.
You know, I think when we talk about Beale City, we have to do it appropriately. This isn't just #1 in the state. This is the reigning, defending, undisputed state champions, Beale City, that the Evart Wildcats are looking to knock off. And like you said, it would be huge for them to do, not only to keep their playoff hopes alive, but we've seen some scary games this year.
We have. They've honestly struggled. They've had, like we were talking before we got on here, they've had amazing drives. And then once they get to that 15-yard line, 15-yard line, red zone, they can't do anything. They struggle a lot. So they need to figure out, they can't just keep relying on Willie to make these big runs from the 50, 40-yard line into the end zone. You can't keep relying on him. You have to be able to execute in the red zone.
And that's what hurt last week a lot. They played Manton. Manton ran wing T. They did not have a single passing play, which I was kind of disappointed about, calling for it with 2 minutes left in the game, up by 35. But they were able to stop Willie, something that we haven't seen all season. Willie was very quiet. He dropped a lot of passes. He wasn't utilized a lot in the rushing game. Stop your biggest threat on your opposition, and you're gonna win every time.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree. You stop Willie, your best offensive weapon, except for Anderson. Your second best offensive weapon, I would say. And your team, you have to be able to rely on other guys. Other guys have to step up.
Yeah.
Last week, you had Magnuson. He kind of stepped up a little bit, but he's out today. He got a concussion last week.
Got hit pretty hard out on the sideline.
He did. And then you have to have Cade Morgan, another wide receiver for this team, another sophomore. My apologies. Sophomore for this team. Great wide receiver for this team as a sophomore. He needs to step up. Because I can put money on it that Beale City is going to be covering Willie too. And there's no Magnuson this week.
Right.
There's Morgan, Willie, and
Cooper Higgins.
That's my apologies. Cooper Higgins,
who
he stepped up last week. Huge for us because Willie was out. You saw a little bit of Morgan. You saw a little bit of Magnuson when he was healthy. But then there was also Cooper Higgins showed up.
Yeah.
We haven't called his name really all year, and then he showed up.
So I had actually took over for your dad for Pat Curie's sports show this past week at the station, and I got to interview Coach Pritchard a little bit, and we had talked about Higgins. You know, he had told me that he was injured early on in the season, so that's why we didn't call his name a lot.
Okay.
He's a sophomore. He was coming off of an injury, and so now they're looking at going forward, especially, you know, now that Magnuson's out, using him as a reliable receiver. When they needed him last week, he stepped up and he was able to get the catches and the receptions and the yards that they needed. It's now just the fact that you have to utilize him more. But, you know, one thing that this offense has seen time and time again this season is the injuries.
Yes.
Beginning of the season, we were without Swales. Willie was in the backfield every time they were running, you know, with the running back. Now, Magnuson's out. We're probably going to be seeing Willie step up more in that, you know,
we're going to have
receiving position. They're not going to be running, you know, running backs on either side of Anderson. You're going to be keeping Cam back there with him. Willie's going to be up on the line. And Higgins, I think we're going to be saying his name quite a bit tonight.
And if I am an Evart coach here, I'm going to be honest. If I'm an Evart coach, and you know that Beale City's probably going to be covering Willie, like I said. They're probably going to be covering Willie, double teaming Will, or just have really good coverage on Willie. Starting off the game, if you're going to throw the ball with Anderson, throw it to Higgins, throw it to Morgan.
Yeah.
Give Willie that little bit of space so they're starting to cover the other guys, and then once they realize they're throwing to other guys and not Willie because you're double teaming him, and they start releasing that guy, that second team guy, throw it to Willie. That's what I would do personally, not throw it to Willie right away.
And I mean, just looking at this Beale City team, this team has been unstoppable all season. I mean, clearly they won state championships for a reason last year. They're continuing to put that on display, staying as the #1 team. I actually, my first interaction with the Beale City team was last year at the state championships. I was working, because I work at Ford Field, with the Lions. It was Thanksgiving weekend. That's when they hold their state championships. And it was two brutal days, 17-hour days, but I was able to sneak a bit of each game to watch. And Beale City just looked on top of everything all game long. And it hasn't slowed down all season, and I don't expect it to slow down now. We were lucky enough that the turnovers have been coming our way the last few games. Obviously, last week we had 4 fumbles, turned 3 of them over, 2 of them in the red zone. But since week 3, we've been able to intercept. We've been able to cause fumbles on the opposing side, and hopefully we're able to do that today. Hopefully our defense is able to show Beale City that, okay, our record is not going to define the team that we are, because we've seen this defense and offense at different times be the best of the best. Now they just have to show it today and beat the best of the best.
So, like we talked about, sometimes it takes this Evart Wildcats team on defense and offense, kind of both, but mostly defense, to realize once they're down like 14 or whatever, nothing, they have to lock in. No, you cannot have that realizing that, oh, I'm down. No, you have to have that right off the bat. You have to be like, we're not going to be down 14-0 right off the bat. We're going to keep it 0-0. We're going to make us up early in the game so we don't have to keep having to crawl back with our offense. You cannot have that, because that happened last week. They cannot fall down like they did and then having to crawl back. That defense has to be locked in from the snap.
Yep. Agreed. So, Cam, we are about to start the national anthem, so we are going to send it back over to a quick word from our sponsors and be back in just a moment.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Evart, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Evart community. Go Wildcats!
WBZX, Big Rapids. Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes and action-packed arcade, food and spirits, now with a smashing new rage cage and axe throwing. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10. Find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center and Bowling Center.
Upgrade your retail space with reliable store fixtures from Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Michigan's trusted source for quality used retail equipment. They deliver across the state, specializing in used Lozier retail shelving, true glass door coolers and freezers, pallet racking and commercial safes, plus complete store packouts, relocations, and on-site liquidation sales. Contact them today at 616-426-1247 or visit MillerLiquidations.com.
Your local family-owned dealer for tractors, implements, and more is Burnup's Equipment Company with 8 convenient locations, including Big Rapids, Breckenridge, Coopersville, Dorr, Hudson, Nashville, Three Rivers, and Wyatt, Indiana. Burnup's offers more than just tractors, from mowers and snow blowers to combines, plus parts, expert service, and fully stocked hardware stores. Backed by a dedicated team, they're proud to support our communities and proud to be a broadcast sponsor of the Evart Wildcats.
Welcome back to B1039, the home of your Evart Wildcats. I'm Jonathan Hart with Cameron Miller as always, and we are just moments away from kickoff in one of the biggest games of the season for your Wildcats. As well as tonight, we have football. Obviously, it's Friday Night Lights. We got Evart Wildcats on, and in just about an hour, a team that I think all of us in the press box can agree with, the Detroit Tigers will be taking on Seattle in Game 5, elimination game in Seattle. Winner goes to the ALCS. A crazy game, crazy turnaround for the Tigers even to make it there. So we'll give you guys some score updates throughout the game for that as you're listening on to the Wildcats. You know what was nice seeing earlier today, Cam? So I went down to the sidelines of the Wildcats while Cam was up here in the press box staying warm and eating his food. He's a little chilly. I went down and I was looking at them warming up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you get your stretching lines.
Yep.
Normally the leaders in the stretching lines are the starters, the seniors. Everyone's high-fiving each other. Everyone's, waiting until they finish. And Magnuson was down there, too, cheering everyone on, getting ready, getting them hyped for this game. I think that's amazing. Just seeing they've had some rough weeks the past few weeks trying to keep together as a team, keep the chemistry. And it starts during the practices and the warm-ups. It doesn't start at the game.
I completely agree with that, John. Having Magnuson out obviously really hurts on the defense and offensive side of the ball. Huge, I would say he's wide receiver 2 for this offense this year. It really hurts to have him out, and having him supporting his team knowing he can't play in one of the biggest games of the year is a huge teammate thing to do.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wildcats are going to be starting 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Empty backfield for the Wildcats. Anderson, the ball keeper, slides down pretty early on. 2nd down, gained maybe half a yard, maybe a yard. Loss of a yard, actually. They're going to be setting up at 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line. A
huge test for this Evart offense is to the offensive line.
Yes.
Because this offensive line has struggled to keep Anderson safe in the backfield, and this defensive line obviously is probably going to be pretty tough. Like we just seen again for Beale City, another loss on the play there for Wildcats, with Anderson trying to run the ball up the middle. This offensive line has to keep Anderson protected, has to keep him safe, especially in this game. You cannot have Anderson get hurt.
No, that's the last. We've already seen that.
We've already seen
worst case scenario when they lost.
Yeah.
Both games that he was badly injured.
Yep.
So we cannot see this offensive line let go like they did last week against Manton. Manton was all over Anderson. Offsides on Beale City will be a little bit of a good luck charm for Evart as they went back to 3rd down and 10. Now it'll be 3rd down and 5 after that 5-yard penalty. Looks like it's going to be
that helps completely.
Yeah.
That really helps with this offense, and I really hope obviously it looks like they're going to pass the ball here, so he has got to find a wide receiver open.
And he cannot. It's going to be incomplete for Anderson. Looks like it was looking for Cade Morgan, name that we've called a little bit more these last few weeks. The thing with Morgan, though, is once he has his first few incompletions, he kind of gets in his head.
He gets it in his head.
But then he gets a nice catch, and he gets back into the game a little bit, hoping that he can get some early catches early on. Looks like they're going to be punting it away. It's 4th and 5 at their own 25-yard line, so the safe decision by Coach Bryant. Anderson punting. Returned by number 4 for the Aggies. It's a nice chunk of yards for the Aggies to set them up pretty good on their first drive.
He got the ball, and there was two Evart Wildcats right there, and it didn't look like he was going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
He didn't look, and then he kind of made a cut outside and then hit that right sideline, far sideline there, and got, I think, 15 yards, maybe 10 to 15 yards there on the return. So that really helps Aggie offense out.
Yeah, that was number 4 senior Garrison Zucker, my apologies, on the punt return, setting them up nice and pretty 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Aggies. The defense, this is a big test for the defense, not only this week, but every week after this. And it looks like number 0, Drew Gross, the junior, will take it all the way down to about the right inside the 10-yard line, call it the 5, maybe 6-yard line, 35 yards.
And just a little sweep play there by the Aggies. Just a little motion over, and their quarterback handed it off to him, and he hit the left sideline here, close sideline to us, and he broke, 3 tackles maybe? 3 tackles on the run and just kept going. And now they're down to the 5-yard line.
35 yards on that carry. Beautiful start for the Aggies. Not really the most beautiful that you'd like to see from the Wildcats. And number 5 for the Aggies is going to be the sophomore Braxton on the touchdown for Beal City to start the game. The Aggies score quickly after forcing the Wildcats to punt. The Aggies take advantage of starting 1st and 10 at the 40, 35-yard rush, another 5-yard rush after that to lead them into their first score of the night. Aggies 6, your Evart Wildcats 0. 10:02 on the clock for this first quarter of play. Aggies looking to kick the extra point, and a flag is down before the kick. Student section for Beal City is electric. It's a little chilly out there, and they're
wearing all black.
All black.
It looks like a blackout for their student section tonight, and it's a packed student section.
Yeah.
So they're probably a little warmer than I am right now, though. Let's be honest. They're all kind of bundled up right there, so they're probably really warm.
Cam, I think I could be in Alaska and still possibly be warmer than you are. Aggies looking to go for the 2-point conversion, and they walk in, really. I mean, the defense for the Wildcats kind of gave up as soon as that ball was snapped. 2-point conversion for the Aggies is good. Aggies 8, your Evart Wildcats 0. We talked about what couldn't happen on the first possession for both the Wildcats and the Aggies, and
it just happened.
The exact opposite of what we wanted to happen happened.
What, 2 plays?
2 plays,
touchdown.
Yep.
And then you get a penalty on a extra point try.
Yep.
You can't have that.
Nope.
Get them closer to onto the 1-yard line.
Oh, hold on. Sorry for interrupting, Cam, but it looks like, normally we see cheerleaders doing push-ups after their teams score. The cheerleaders are forcing what looks like possibly their parents to do the push-ups for them. Looks like the seniors are having their feet on the backs of possibly some alumni or their parents and forcing them to making sure they go all the way down on those
push-ups.
Great sight to see. Flag on the kick from the Aggies.
Evart needs to score either a field goal or a touchdown on this drive. They have to score. There is no scoring on this drive. Either a field goal or a touchdown has to happen on this drive. They cannot go down possibly 15 nothing. Sorry, my fault. 15 nothing.
You know, we've talked about this all season. The one way for the Wildcats to win any game is to score more than their opponents.
And they have done that twice.
They have done that twice. So if they score more than the Aggies tonight, Cam, they do leave with the win. Empty backfield for the Wildcats. Little motion, but a flag is down on the field. Wildcats are set up as of now, 1st and 10 at the 35 before the flag was dropped. It's going to be a false start on the Wildcats, pushing them back, setting them now up at 1st and 15.
Aiden started in an empty backfield, and then he motioned over Cam Swells to come in as a sweep situation. And then before he snapped it, you could see Cooper Higgins, number 13, leave early. It looked like what they were going to do is hand it off to Swells and then pitch it off to Higgins behind Swells, and then Higgins was going to try to go up the sideline. That did not work.
Aiden Anderson, the ball carrier on this next play, picking up a few with his legs, not able to get that first down, but it'll be a second and 12, pickup of about 3 for Anderson. The 33-yard line. You need to pass the ball. I know it's only the second drive, but this Aggies defense is clearly here to play.
They've been here to play all year. That's why they're number 1. That's why they're 6-0. That's why they're defending state champions. And we have the leading passing yards quarterback in the state right now. We have to be able to pass the ball.
And Anderson looking to pass, and it is just too high for Dallas Langworthy. He is not going to be able to come down with it.
And you know what I just saw the other day? Guess who's leading the state in receiving yards?
Would it be Willie Ray?
He is leading the state in receiving yards right now. As a freshman.
Freshman
Willie
Ray.
He is leading the state in receiving yards. That tells you that we need to get him going.
Yes.
Him and Anderson need to get going early in this game.
We saw the combo do amazing things all season. This is the game where they need to show up. Anderson looking to pass and complete to Ray, the name we were just saying that he needed to connect with early on, and he does. Be a huge first down for your Wildcats.
That needs to continue to happen.
Yeah.
You have got to get the ball to Ray more times than we think that it's going to happen. It has to happen more than 100 times this game. I'm going to be completely honest. No matter if it's on the ground or throwing it, Ray has to really got to get that ball, because he obviously makes magic happen when he has the ball.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for your Wildcats. Anderson looking to pass again, but it is going to be incomplete, and the rain is starting to come down, it looks like. Yep. Rain is starting to come down. That pass was looking for Ray. He just was not able to looked like there was some miscommunication, and it looked like the timing wasn't quite there on that play.
Now with the rain coming down, I don't know how long is it supposed to last. You know, John, I think it's supposed to last like an hour, maybe.
Too long, probably.
Probably a little too longer than we want. But with that rain coming down, you have to be a little bit more aware that ball is going to be slippery.
Yeah.
With Anderson throwing, it's going to be a little slippery. So it's going to get to the point where they're going to have to run the ball, and it's going to, like right now, what they're doing with Anderson, he ran a QB draw to the left side. I think he got right back to the line of scrimmage there, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. But they're going to have to start running the ball, and that offensive line has got to be able to push the Aggies defense back. They have to.
Yeah, I mean, with the rain, it's coming down. The wind is here.
The wind's
been here.
The wind is insane.
The wind is Cam's biggest enemy.
It's making it 10 times worse with the cold.
So the rain, the wind, all of these factors, the Wildcats are probably going to have to keep it on the ground a little more than they'd like. Luckily, they have two good running backs who are capable of running the ball. Anderson pressured early on. He kind of just has to do a little throwaway.
The Aggies knew exactly what was happening there. When Anderson dropped back 10 yards,
yeah,
and they had a free rush, their linebackers realized what was going on, and they just stayed put. They stayed home like they're supposed to do. They realized that they read that perfectly, stayed home at the line of scrimmage because he knew he was going to dump it off, try to dump it off to Swells on a screenplay, and they were right there to break that up.
Yeah, and I mean, it's this offensive line. We've talked about it, and we've seen it. We've seen too many times where Anderson's getting pressured, and he has to throw those quick throwaways. We've seen some plays where it's come out pretty good, but unfortunately, that play was not one of them. Empty backfield for the Wildcats. Anderson looking to pass, and just incomplete again. Looking for Willie Ray once again. Looked like it was a little too far outside of his reach. The unique thing about Willie is he doesn't have the size. He's a smaller kid. He's got a smaller wingspan. So when you're passing to him, what Anderson needs to realize is he's not Magnuson. He's not, Cade Morgan, who have longer wingspans. You need to draw it in a little closer to Willie if you want him to come away with that. And if he would have been able to come away with that, it looked like there was green, wet grass in front of him.
Don't get Willie mistaken either, though, that he's an athletic freak. I'm going to be completely honest. He'll get up there if he has to get up there to get the ball. But you got to still, like you said, put it in his reach so he can get it.
Yep.
That one was just out of his reach.
And that incompletion to Willie will be a turnover on downs. Aggies will be taking over 1st and 10 at their 46-yard line. Pass is complete to number 2, Small, for another Aggies touchdown.
I don't have any words for that defensive stand there by Evart. I don't know what happened. Right off the bat, they do a fake sweep clear, like a weird little fake handoff, and their slot receiver on the left side just ran a corner post route, and there was not a defensive back safety within 25 yards of him.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what happened.
Don't get me wrong. It was a beautiful play.
Beautiful pass, beautiful play.
By Smith to Small.
But what in the world happened on the defensive side?
There was no coverage.
No. I don't know what happened. They left him open by 25, 30 yards. No one was in reach of him.
And with that, the Aggies are now, after the kick after, up 15-0. 7:40 left in this first quarter, and it's exactly what we said couldn't happen. We talked about the fact that these Wildcats have had to claw their way back in almost every game they've played this year. They cannot do that against this Beale City team. This is not a regular team that they're facing.
And no offense to Lake City, this is not Lake City when you were down, I think, 12-0 early?
Yeah.
This is not Lake City where you're down 12-0 early. This is #1 team in the state. Up 15-0 within, I think, 5 minutes of the first quarter?
4 minutes, 20 seconds.
In the first quarter?
Yeah. Insane.
That can't happen especially against, like I've said, the #1 team in the state for Division 6. That can't happen.
It's like this offense and defense for the Aggies that we've already seen is kind of like the Avengers, where they just have everything going. They have the chemistry, they have the connections right away, and it's going to take Thanos to stop them. Now, hopefully, the Wildcats can, collect all of the Infinity Stones before this game ends, and they can conquer the Avengers. But right now, 15-0 in less than 5 minutes is not the way that you want to start this game.
Especially, I can understand how that first drive, obviously there's jitters playing the #1 team in the state, like we've said multiple times. We're going to say it multiple times here just so you guys are aware, multiple times on the air here, that they are the #1 team in the state. But I can understand that first drive jitters, but that first play drive, one play to the end zone cannot happen.
Wow. Pass by Aiden. Looking at number 13, the name we called a little bit, talking about the fact that we needed to get him involved. Cooper Higgins, incomplete.
He was wide open. I don't think he beat his DB right off the bat. What they did was they had him on the inside slot to start. Usually they have him on the outside split, but they had him on the inside slot. Langworthy on the inside outside split, and Langworthy ran in, set a screen, and then he ran right outside and ran a long route and was wide open. No one within 15 yards of him.
Anderson using his legs once again to try and pick up the yards that are needed, and it looks like he will get just enough for a first down for the Wildcats.
Much needed first down.
Much needed first down.
Like, even though it's only their second first down of the game, keep that going. That offensive line did a great job of protecting Anderson there, getting out to block their guys. The wide receivers did a great job blocking their guys. Let Anderson use his legs. He's obviously a weapon throwing and running the ball. Let him do what he's got to do to get the first down.
Yep. Yeah, he led the team in rushing touchdowns last year. Allow him to explore. Handoff to Swales. Apologies, Cam. The ball carrier pickup of about 4 or 5 yards, it looks like. It's gonna be a second down. They're only going to give him about 3 on that, so it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line for the Wildcats. Cam in the backfield with Aiden. Another handoff to Cam.
He's getting good yards. He's running right up the middle into the Beale City defense, and he's continually moving his legs. Like I've said in a couple of games past, just like the great running backs in the past, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, the reason they were so great about breaking tackles, moving their legs, continuously moving their legs.
Yep.
That's why they broke so many tackles. That's why they're two of the greatest running backs in NFL history.
I agree, and I mean, like you said, Cam's gotten some good yardage so far. Another handoff to him. Hopefully they'll give him some forward progress of like 2 yards, but I don't think it'll be enough for the first down.
I think he's short by like a yard.
Yeah.
I think he's short. I think he got 2 yards there. Yep, he's short by a yard, 4th and 1.
Go for it.
I think you go for it here. You got to go for it. You cannot go down 22-0 early. So you go for it. Oh, wait. Oh, they're giving it to him.
With forward progression, it looks like they're going to be giving Wildcats a first down. They kind of get lucked out of that.
It didn't look like he got it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It didn't look like he was short.
I think that's something that we can all agree with up here is we aren't quite sure that he actually got that yard. But Wildcats get bailed out, and Anderson passes to Langworthy. A huge reception by Langworthy, drawing him down into Aggie territory, taking 2 or 3 Aggies down with him.
I'm very impressed right now with Evart on this drive, that how they're passing the ball with the rain coming down, how slippery that ball is probably for Anderson, and how it is to catch.
Yep.
Very impressed how they're doing that.
Another returning right back to the running game. You know, you have to go back and forth. You can't do 3, 4, 5 passing plays, 3, 4, 5 rushing plays in a row. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, it's like they don't know what's going. They haven't ran the ball a lot the last couple weeks because they've been down. Like last week, they didn't run the ball a lot. That's what I was talking to Cole about, and about my quarterback at Big Rapids, a very good quarterback actually. Just so everybody's aware, a very good quarterback at Big Rapids. And that's what we were talking about last night watching our JV team. Anderson, the reason he's leading the same passing yards is because they have to throw the ball a lot because they're continuously down.
Yep.
So they have to throw the ball.
And Anderson using his legs once again doesn't look like he's going to pick up anything. Return to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10. 4:15 left in this first quarter of play. Aggies 15, your Wildcats 0. 3rd and 10 from the Aggies 26-yard line for your Wildcats. You need, I'd like kind of like a mid-sized shot to Willie. That'd be great right now. Or
With 3rd down, they gotta throw it. They gotta throw it here. A little check down that. I don't mind that. I think they got 5 yards.
Yeah.
5
Check down
yards.
to Langworthy.
4th down and 5, maybe. We're gonna see where they spot it. 4th down and 5, so 5 yards on the gain. I didn't mind that play. Obviously, I think they were talking on the sideline like, we're going for the 4th down. We're going for it no matter what. So what they did was just try to get them a little closer.
Yep.
They don't need to get that first down and that 3rd down.
No,
get them a little closer.
The Wildcats are such a fourth down team.
Like Dan Campbell.
Like Dan Campbell. No matter what, you have most of the time you have 4 plays to get those 10 yards, regardless of where you are on the field. And we've seen that a lot. Anderson looking to pass, and incomplete in the end zone. Be another turnover on downs. The hustle was there by Willie. Looked like he tried making a diving catch into the end zone, but it just was not good enough.
You could tell, though, when Anderson threw that ball, that it slipped. Because Willie was wide open.
Yeah.
And Anderson's a very good passer, so there's no way I don't think he misses him by that much like he did, because it looked like it slipped out of his hand. Like, he threw it, and you could tell it kind of.
The rain.
You could tell it kind of slipped out of his hand a little bit weird. So that rain's obviously going to play a factor in this game of throwing the ball for Everett. Obviously, they need to throw the ball because they're down 15-0. They need to make a stop here on defense, though.
Just turn the ball over on downs. It'll be Aggies' ball, 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Defense needs to show up here on this play. Number 4, once again, a nice little run. Great run. Obviously, the defense was able to keep him from scoring a touchdown, which
he got our first
has been nice.
He got a first down, though, on that play where he was
behind
jogging.
the line for a while and jogging. Yeah.
Behind the line forever, and if he's jogging behind the line like he was for a good amount of time, he was behind the line of scrimmage still just jogging. There's no reason that the linebackers forever should not be able to get over there and make that play.
Yeah, they should have been able to stop him a lot sooner, but it's just not what was able to happen. And number 5, Braxton, huge run up the middle, and another Aggies touchdown, adding fuel to the fire of this Evart Wildcats defense right now. It's 21-0 already. Wildcats down, 2:48 left to go in this first quarter. 3 scores. Cam's upset.
So I was talking to a former Evart Wildcat for his freshman year. For a little bit of his freshman year, former Evart Wildcat. He was telling me that this linebacker core for Evart is iffy. It's iffy. So, and it obviously just showed there with that linebacker, because that's a play that should have been made like that.
Yeah.
He ran it right up the middle.
We've seen that play get ran on the Wildcats so many times this season.
It happened last week, I think 3 or 4 times. They ran it right up the middle and they scored a touchdown off it with Manton. And there's no logical reason that they should have scored a touchdown on that play. He ran it right up the middle and he was gone.
Yep.
I promise you that the 2 middle linebackers for Evart ran outside. They split and they just left the middle wide open for him to go. He didn't have to make a cut or anything. He just found the hole and took it.
And he wasn't touched.
No.
He was not touched by anyone going through that middle gap.
I don't know why the linebackers for Evart there would split like they did. They have to stay home. I don't know what they saw. They didn't motion anybody on that play. So I don't know what they saw on that play. Maybe they must have saw something in that play. But I didn't see a single Beal City player motion to make them go out like they did.
22-0. Aggies over the Wildcats. 2:48 to go in this first quarter of play.
We talked about this last week, John, didn't we?
Yeah.
About they cannot start off slow against Beale City.
Yep.
And they've started off slow against Beale City, and it shows on the scoreboard. It is 22-0, not even the end of the first quarter yet.
Yep. Langworthy touches the ball. It rolls under him. He has to pick it back up, and he will be stopped maybe the 15-yard line, maybe 16-yard line. They're going to call him 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. What I kind of just, we've seen the Wildcats offense try to do some nice plays so far, and they haven't been able to.
What did I tell you before the game started? Before we got on the air, before the game started?
Trick plays.
It's going to have to happen at some point.
They utilized a lot of trick plays in the first few weeks of the season, and then we haven't seen many after that.
It's going to have to happen at some point because they have to get some yards. And right now, the only way they're getting yards is by running the ball up the middle of Swells, and he's getting a total of, I think he's averaging 2 or 3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna get you in the end zone. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not gonna get you in the end zone. You have to be able to utilize Anderson. I know it's hard with the rain. I understand that, but you still gotta be able to.
Not hard for Beale City.
It's not. No, it's not. You gotta be able to throw the ball.
Cam, there's 2 minutes left in this first quarter. We're both getting a little frustrated at the game we're seeing right now. So you know what I think would be a great place for us to go to?
Rage Cage.
AJ's Event Center in Evart, Michigan. New to AJ's Event Center is the Rage Cage, where we can go and break things, Cam, and we might need to go do that this weekend after this game.
I have hockey this weekend. I can take my anger out on some other players.
So AJ's Event Center also has axe throwing. It's your go-to spot for bowling, food, fun, and drinks. Perfect for the whole family, whether you're planning a party, grabbing a meal, or just looking for a good time. AJ's Event Center has it all. Open Tuesday, Thursday, 3 p.m., 9 p.m., Friday, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday, noon to 7 p.m. AJ's Event Center, thank you so much for being a sponsor of B1039 and the Evart Wildcat broadcast.
All right. So, offensive-wise, you're not going to score touchdowns by running your 2 split wide receivers down the field every single time. You're just not. It's not going to. I can see in my head what they're trying to do is trying to push those DBs back a little bit, keep pushing them back with the guys going deep. I can see what they're trying to do, but obviously it's not working because they're not doing anything with it.
Just punted again to the Aggies, giving them the ball. This is going to be their fourth possession, my apologies, of the first quarter. Scored on every possession thus far. 1:14 left in this first quarter. There is a flag down on the field.
And here's another thing. Everett plays McBain next week at home.
Yep.
I think it's the last one. No, is it the last?
No, we finish
last
at
2
home.
games
are at home.
We finish our last 2 games at home. My apologies. Play McBain next week. McBain is top 10 in Division 5, I think. I believe. Yes, they are. Beale City beat them 48-6.
Yep.
So Everett has to start off fast. They cannot start off like they are right now in this first quarter.
Going to be 1st and 10 at the 34 for the Aggies, and incompletion, but there is a flag on the field. Flag in the secondary means the problems that we all hate. Personal interference.
So
pass interference. My apologies.
Yep, that's fine. Great play there by Beale City. I'll give them credit. Fake, they're coming up with some unique play calls here. I like it. What I'm seeing out of Beale City, not so much Everett, but I like what I'm seeing out of Beale City. He did a fake, really hard pump fake to throw the ball there when all his players ran 5 yards and came back to the ball. And then when he did that fake, they all just took off down the field, every single of them. And he threw it to a guy perfectly and pass interference.
Yeah, that's nothing you want to see. Now, Beale City is set up 1st and 10 at the 19. I want to give a special shout out to Ken Worth of Worth Landscaping, who's tuning in right now on B1039. Thank you so much, Ken, for listening. Worth Landscaping is a family-owned 2-generation business with over 20 years of experience in the landscaping industry. They offer a wide range of landscaping services, including lawn care, irrigation, hydroseeding, fertilizing, hardscaping, softscaping, driveway installation, and snow plowing. Call Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth at 231-629-5150. Ken and Worth Landscaping, thank you so much for being an amazing sponsor of B1039 and the Evart Wildcats broadcast. Thank you for tuning in this week and every week that you guys listen. You guys are a huge reason for what we do here.
Yes. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 1 from the 10-yard line. Everett has to make a stop. And if they don't, they have to be able to figure things out going into the 2nd quarter.
And it looks like he's going to have just enough to send him to another 1st and 10 for Beale City. Just waiting on the call from the line judge.
Are they? He fumbled it, actually, is what it looked like.
Oh.
He fumbles the ball. It didn't look like he did. Fumbles the ball at the line of scrimmage, picks it up, pretty much just falls right on it.
So
it looked like he kind of dove forward.
Yeah. That is going to do it for the first quarter of play, a long quarter. Aggies are up 22-0 on your Evart Wildcats. We'll be returning with the Aggies at 3rd down and 1 when we return from a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, it's Lauren
and Michaela with Big Rapids Roofing.
Veterans Day is fast approaching, and as a veteran-owned company, it's one of our favorite holidays to celebrate.
In honor of all who have served, Big Rapids Roofing is once again partnering with Habitat for Humanity to raise money for their Veterans Critical Home Repair Program. There are a few ways to help us accomplish our mission. One option being our 3rd annual pheasant hunt.
It will be hosted at Haymarsh Hunt Club on October 18th. Lunch and guides will be provided by our sponsors.
To register, call us at 231-629-8088.
Worth Landscaping, a 2nd-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Welcome back to B1039, the home of your Evart Wildcats. I'm Jonathan Hart with Cameron Miller, and we are in windy, chilly, rainy Beale City, Michigan for the start of the 2nd quarter of what's been a game.
A lopsided affair. to say the least, a lopsided affair so far after the first quarter by Beale City, just completely dominating Evart, and looks like they might be able to punch in another one here.
So we'll go in the record books as one of the football games of all time. Beale City set up 3rd and 1 at the 10-yard line. Fumble. And the Wildcats are trying to signal over that they are on top of it. Let's see what the line judges are saying. This would be huge for the defense if the Wildcats did recover. Huge start to the 2nd quarter. The rain's doing a lot. And it looks like Beale City is going to recover it.
It was a 3rd down and 1. They fumble it. The ball bounces forward into a 1st down. And they just jump on it for a 1st down.
Yeah, I think the wind and rain needs to calm down. I don't think Beale City needs any more of an advantage than they've already had in this game. 1st and 9, Beale City, the 9-yard line. What could have been a great defensive stop for the Wildcats turns into a fresh set of down for the Aggies. 1st and 8, and a handoff, and looks like it's going to be down at the 1. Zucker is going to be brought down to the 1-yard line, 2nd and 1 from the 1. It's going to be if they're able to punch it in, 4 for 4 on touchdowns. You guys, Cam is having a great time in this press box. He's showing many, many faces of emotions. It might be a great thing that we're not on TV right now. Speechless.
I'm speechless, but they're a good team. Like, you can see the players they have. They have very talented players. They do. They just have to be able to execute it.
Who would have guessed it? Zucker walked in, jogged in.
But they've got to, like, it's not, they have obviously talented players. Like I was just saying, they have Willie, they have Morgan, they have Anderson, they have Swales, they have Magnuson, they have all these players.
And they have 0 points right now.
But they need, like, they've got to be able to obviously, they're going to be, here's the thing, they're going to be complaining probably about the rain. I could put a good amount of money that they're going to be complaining about the weather conditions, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing, Beal City was playing in the same weather conditions. They're up 28-0.
Yep.
They have got to
29-0.
My apologies, 29-0. They have got to be able to execute. They've got to score at least 1 touchdown, maybe hopefully 2 touchdowns, hopefully before halftime. But
I just want them to score before halftime.
Yes, I agree. But their offense is not going to be able to do too much when Beal City keeps putting up points like they are on our defense.
Yeah,
that's been our problem all year. Is our defense? I'm trying not to be like nagging on them, but they've got to be able to step up better than they have been. Like that touchdown, the drive before that touchdown they had, that long touchdown run they had. Our linebackers, like I said, split. They didn't stay in the middle of the field. I don't know what they saw. I didn't see emotion or anything. They just split. And then the offensive line for Beal City completely pushed our defensive line back, opened up. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger hole in my life for a running back to run through, and he ran. He wasn't touched.
No.
For a 50-plus yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Our defense has got to give our offense more opportunities than they are this year. Our offense is a very special offense. I would say one of the better in the state, but they haven't had the opportunities that Beal City's having because our defense is, I'm not going to lie, giving points to the other teams.
Yeah, giving it up pretty easily. A lot of tough decisions here for the Wildcats in this drive. What's not a tough decision is Burnup's Equipment Company. Burnup's is a family-owned business since 1972. They're dedicated to being your precision farming equipment dealer. They have new cargo trucks, trailers, tractors, lawn mowers, landscapers, semi-trailers, rakes, loaders, balers, cutters, mowers, everything you could want and more. Call Burnup's Equipment Company at 231-592-1200. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, and Sunday, they are closed. So Burnup's Equipment Company, call them for everything you need when it comes to equipment. Thank you guys for being a great sponsor for B1039 and the Evart Wildcats football.
So Evart just had an incomplete pass right there. A great route by Langworthy. A 5-yard comeback route like they've done a lot of this time this year. And Anderson threw it perfectly. Threw it to his outside shoulder so Langworthy could grab it and go. Langworthy just stuck his hand out. One hand. Tried to just stuck it out. Didn't move his upper body but his right arm. Just stuck his arm out there and tried to catch it. It's like this Evart team is giving up. It's not over until the clock hits 0 in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
It's not over.
Yep.
You have got to keep your positive energy. I know I'm showing a lot of emotions. I know I am, but it's just upsetting to watch this team give up like they are.
And they did just commit a false start, which is going to push them back a little bit more too.
They're hurting themselves a lot. They cannot. This team's a very talented team. They are, but they can't give up like they have the last 2 weeks. They give up. And they cannot give up.
Anderson looking to pass. The pass is wobbly and incomplete.
I think they hit his arm. I think they hit his arm. It definitely hit his arm. There's no way he throws that ball like that. It looked like they hit his arm when he was throwing it, so not Anderson's fault there. He had Willie open. He broke the defender lost a little bit. Willie was open, but his arm got hit when he was throwing the ball, so not Anderson's fault there.
No, and that was, I mean, it was extremely wobbly. I didn't think it was going to make it to Willie even, even if he wasn't being covered, and Willie just was not able to move up and recover that and come away with it. So it'll be a setup at 3rd and 15 at the 12-yard line for the Wildcats. Not really. You need a pass here, but if your offensive line is allowing the pressure that you've had, empty backfield for Anderson. Looking to pass, and incomplete, looking for Willie again. He almost had it, but number 2 for the Aggies, Avery Small, was able to jump in front of it and keep it from going into the arms of Willie Ray. 4th and 15.
Anderson was very lucky there that ball was not picked off, because Small, was it Small or Small? Small was right there to pick that ball off, but Willie did a very good job realizing that he was right there and kind of tried to block him off. So when Willie went up to catch that ball, Small just has to knock it down.
Oh, high snap on the punt. Anderson recovers, kicks it away, and the Aggies will be set up at the, appears to be the 41-yard line. And you know what? We've seen the Eagles now in the NFL lose 2 games after not losing in 2025, the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. So never say never. They just lost to Jackson Dart and the New York Giants.
My new favorite quarterback, except for Jared Goff. Quarterback, Jackson Dart. Except for Jared Goff. Jared Goff's still my favorite.
So yesterday was showing that this might be a weekend of underdogs. So maybe, just maybe, we see a little comeback from Evart as the Aggies hand the ball off again to number 5, Braxton, the sophomore.
Did that running back just gain a lot of yards on that run? Yes, he did. Because, the offensive line for the Aggies is one of the best in the state.
Yeah.
Is obviously one of the best in the state, and just kind of made a huge hole again for the running back with that defensive line. But this time, that linebacker core stayed home and grabbed his legs and made that tackle. That's what they needed to do. Yes, did he gain a first down? Yes, I think he gained about 15 yards, I think. So they stayed home, though, and made the tackle. So improvement, they got to keep doing that if they're going to run it up the middle like that.
Yeah, just keep them out of the end zone. Something that, I mean, as simple as it sounds, keep them out of the end zone. That's what we've been seeing so far a ton. And it looks like once again, Garrison, number 4, is going to have a nice long little rush about, they're going to set him up at the 8-yard line, so about a 20-yard gain there. Zucker has had an impressive night thus far. I mean, everyone on this Aggies team has had a pretty nice night so far. Rain looks like it's still going, sprinkling a little bit. The 1st and 10, the 10-yard line for the Aggies. 9:15 to go in this first half. There's only been 3 minutes gone in this second quarter, and this is the 3rd drive. 3rd drive of the quarter. And the Aggies are in once again for another touchdown.
So that play right there is a Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce special. Quarterback runs to the right or the left, one of the two, doesn't matter, and then has his tight end running / wide receiver run across behind the line of scrimmage and just pitches it right to him.
Yep.
And then he's in for a touchdown.
This is now
honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's a great goal line play to have. It is.
Mm-hmm. Being able to have that in your arsenal and being able to execute it correctly is amazing. And now this is now the 5th touchdown the Aggies have scored of the night. 36-0. Aggies over the Wildcats. 8:59 to go in the half. Want to give another special shout out to Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones in Evart. Molly values investments of time, patience, and encouragement, much like the athletes that we are seeing on the field today. Molly is a proud local sponsor of the Evart Wildcats broadcast. Visit edwardjones.com or call Molly at 231-515-1187 or email molly.cataldo@edwardjones.com. Member SIPC. Thank you, Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones, for being a proud sponsor of Evart Wildcat football.
Evart, we've said this now, I think 3 times, less than 3 drives. This is a must score.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go into halftime with 0 points. It doesn't matter if you want to get a field goal. It doesn't matter if you get a touchdown. Come away with points no matter what here. You cannot go into halftime with 0 points. There's a possibility to get the ball back because how fast Beale City has scored the ball every time they've had it. I think, honestly, Evart has had the time of possession. Yes, Evart has had the time of possession. I honestly think they have, because of how long they've had the ball for. Beale City scores. I think they've scored. The longest drive they've had is 5 plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
The shortest.
The longest drive that the Wildcats have had too.
The shortest drive they've had is 1 play.
Yeah.
Twice.
Touchdowns.
Both of them. So Evart has got to be able to figure it out. That kickoff did not help them.
No, we had
pinned
3
back.
guys.
We had 3 guys watch the ball roll to the 3-yard line.
Wildcats are going to be set up 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Nice little handoff by Anderson. Will pick up just next to nothing.
So it's pretty obvious that they're not going to be able to run the ball very well against this Beale City defensive line, Beale City linebacker core they have. That's going to have to force Anderson to throw the ball. And obviously he's throwing the ball pretty well tonight. His wide receivers are just not making the catches that they need to make. He's throwing the ball very well. So it's going to have to force Anderson to throw the ball, and his wide receivers are going to have to get open for him. They have to.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to create the tension from the DBs and the safeties, because Anderson has not been able to get it off by himself. He needs to rely on his receivers to find that. It's incomplete pass for Ray. Too high again.
A little overthrown. But he had a safety coming down and a corner right on Willie. So it was pretty much double coverage. Like we said, it's going to happen against Willie. Double coverage right there on Willie, and Willie wasn't able to make the catch.
Yeah. And that's what we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of overthrown too high passes. We need to get Anderson to level it out a little more. We've seen him have some struggles passing this season, but like we've mentioned, there's a reason he's #1 in the state. Anderson looking to pass, and a completion this time to Cade Morgan. Morgan with the reception.
So it's a 4th down and 5, I think. I think it's going to be a 4th down and 5, maybe a 4th and 4. 4th down and 6. My apologies. 4th down and 6. So they've gotten closer to the 1st down here. They now have to execute and get the 1st down.
Yeah, it's
and they're punting it looks like. Back to this Beale City offense.
Which I'm not sure why. You're down 36.
But they're also at their 15-yard line. So it's kind of a must punt. We don't want them to punt because we want them to try to. They're down 36. We want them to try driving the ball. But
Wildcats will touch the downed ball, and the Aggies will take over at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
We might have possibly 2 big score games here tonight that I know of. Beale City, Evart, Big Rapids, Grant. So Grant has canceled on Reed City 3 weeks ago at halftime. Forfeited at halftime, down 35-0. Big Rapids beat Reed City.
A lot to a little.
47-14. But Big Rapids could have the possibility of being up enormous at halftime if they really want to, and there's a chance Grant could forfeit at halftime.
Fumble on the field by Beal City, recovered by Beal City. So it's not gonna harm them too much. Loss of 3 yards for the Aggies, 2nd and 13 at the 40-yard line.
They fumbled the ball a couple times now.
Yeah, and they've recovered every single one of them.
Yep, but those fumbles are kind of like right there.
One of them helped them.
Yes, one of them
picked him up 2 yards.
But those fumbles are like right there for them to pick up.
Yeah.
They're like it falls and the grass is kind of dead because, well, it's not dead. It's obviously alive, but it's dead because of the rain. It's wet.
I'm glad to know that the grass is not dead.
It's very wet, so it's obviously just gonna fall and it's gonna land right there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of helping them out.
Number 0 for the Aggies, Drew Gross, the junior, with the ball.
There's a
flag. Yeah, it looked like he almost got tackled back in the backfield, but there is a flag in the backfield. Trying to figure out what happened. Looked like possibly either a hold or a face mask bringing him down. But the Wildcats defense did almost tackle him in the backfield. And that might be what this flag is coming from. It's going to be holding. Oh, yep.
Holding on the Aggies in the backfield. Face mask on Evart going for the tackle on him. So it's going to be offset, and they're just going to redo the down.
No harm, no foul for either team. Offsetting penalties, 2nd and 13, 40-yard line, 6:56 to go in this half. Aggies up 36, your Evart Wildcats zip.
You know what's really amusing? Watching all those, what are they called? What are the white things that spin are called?
Oh, the propellers?
Propellers, thank you.
Yeah, the wind propellers?
The wind propellers. It's kind of cool at night to see all the red lights blinking at the same time. I'm very amused.
Cam's got to be amused by something because this game's been a little disappointing thus far. Wow. Wow. That was...
So, great run there by number 4 for the Aggies.
Garrison Zucker was almost brought down by the Wildcats. He stumbled a little bit, lost his footing, found himself again, picked himself back up, not touching the ground, continued a beautiful run, setting the Aggies up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. That was, I mean, with wet grass, you're almost being brought down by the defense, and you're still able to keep yourself up, re-find your footing, and still pick up another 10 yards. What a beautiful, beautiful rush by this Aggies offense. We've been saying that all night. This Aggies offense has been, nearly perfect, and they're going to continue to be perfect as number 5, Braxton, the sophomore, in for another touchdown, 39-yard rushing touchdown.
What have I said all night about this linebacker core, though? They did it again where they split. And that leaves that middle for the left lone safety there for, I think it's Anderson as the safety. Yes, it is. It's Anderson, the safety. He's out there at one-on-one, open field. The chances of him making that tackle are slim to none. I'm going to be honest with you, especially with the running back core that Beal City has. It's slim to none that he makes that open field one-on-one tackle. It's hard. That linebacker, I don't know why they're splitting like they are, though. They've done that twice now.
Done it twice.
Where they've split.
And it hurts them. It hurts them.
It's 2 touchdowns. But they cannot split like they are. I don't know what they must be seeing something, what we're not. I don't know. They must be seeing something. Maybe a guard or something pulling, and that's why they're splitting. But they're splitting, and then that offensive line is obviously one of the best in the state. Pure dominance by the offensive line. Great offensive line for Beal City. And it's just dominating that defensive line. the second man standing is that linebacker core, and they're splitting. And then the last man standing is Aiden Anderson.
And for those of you at home who are just now joining us, you are listening to B103.9, the home of your Everett Wildcats on WBZX Big Rapids. If you are just joining us, we are in rainy, windy, chilly Beale City, Michigan. A nice night for Friday Night Lights. Not a nice night for the Everett Wildcats thus far. 5:51 to go in this first half, and they are already down 43-0.
So, if you're just joining us here on B103.9 here in Beale City, the big issue for Everett right now on defense is Beale City's running it right up the middle, and our middle linebackers are splitting. So it leaves the middle wide open one-on-one for Anderson to go against that running back in open field. So it's kind of slim to none for Anderson to make that tackle. He can make that, but it's a very hard tackle to make in the open field for Anderson, a one-on-one. So it's just, I don't know. Our linebackers must be seeing something. They're on the field, obviously. They're seeing something that we're not, right? They have to be. So I don't know what it is they're seeing, but they got to stay home. They got to stay in the middle of the field to make that tackle, because they can't keep splitting like that, or they're just going to keep running it right up the middle.
It does look like hopefully the rain it looks like the rain's just about let up.
I think it's sprinkling like a tiny bit.
Which could be nice for the Wildcats if they want to start.
Oh, they got to start throwing. Empty backfield for Anderson, throwing, intercepted by Beale City. Looking like he's going to run it all the way back for another Beale City touchdown. They knew that was coming. They ran that same route, honestly, all night. Everett has. They ran that all year, honestly. To be completely honest, that little 10-yard or 5-yard comeback route, all year they've kind of ran that route. And their defensive, I'm going to give that defensive credit. DB, sorry, my apologies. DB credit. He read that play perfectly.
And he did looks like either stepped out or pushed out, so no touchdown yet. They're on the 9-yard line. On the 9-yard line.
Yes.
Wildcats can provide a stop here.
He read Anderson's eyes the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
He read his eyes the whole entire time. Anderson got the ball and looked right to the right side. Knew where he was going with the ball, and so did that DB. So he read it perfectly and picked it off. Sadly for Beale City, happy for us, he stepped out of bounds though. Happy for us, sadly for them.
The Aggies have scored 3 touchdowns in less than 7 minutes since the start of this quarter.
It might be a state record. Oh my goodness. So he broke 4
touchdown
tackles.
For the Aggies. I think we need to start checking the jerseys for Crisco, because the defenders are just sliding all over the Aggies and not being able to drag them down.
So they ran another sweep play across, right? They've done that a couple times. So has Everett. Ran a motion play, sweep play across, handed it off, and he jogged in the backfield for 3 seconds, 4 seconds maybe. Was in the backfield. Here comes a outside linebacker for Everett. He missed. He slipped off him. A DB slipped off him. Another DB, and then a safety was getting dragged into the end zone for another Beale City touchdown.
It's just been, to put things lightly, body slam after body slam after body slam to this Everett Wildcats offense and defense. I mean, they just hit a 50 spot.
And there's 5:30 left in the first half. It's a running clock, though. It is a running clock, because I think it is 40.
Yeah, after 40 it starts to become a running clock.
Is it 40?
Yep.
After 40 it's a running clock, so it's 50-0 now. 5 minutes now, running clock. It would be, we've said it multiple times now. Everett, hopefully they can get a touchdown. I would love a field goal on this drive.
And you know what? This game for Beal City has obviously been exactly what they want, but it's a great game not only for the high school football team, not only for the fans, but for the seniors. It's senior night here in Beal City, so being able to walk out and get honored for senior night with the lead. I mean, they're knock on wood, the Beal City Aggies are going to walk into halftime with the lead. But just being able to get honored at senior night up by as big of a score as they are now, 4:13 left to go in this first half. Aggies 50, Wildcats 0.
Soft kick there by the Aggies to number 13. Wow, my apologies. I lost his name there for a second. Number 13 for the Wildcats, Higgins. I want to say Wiggins for some reason. I don't know what it was. I knew it was something.
Andrew
Higgins.
Wiggins for the for Washington Wizards is playing defense now for the Everett Wildcats.
It was Cooper Higgins for the Wildcats with up to the 40-yard line there for the Wildcats. Hopefully they can get a good drive out of here.
So I just want to put on record that right now, just mentioned, we're down 50. 2 of Beal City's highest scoring games in the past 7 years has came from the 2022-2023 campaign. They beat Manton 71-0. And they beat White Cloud in the playoffs 63-16. And just looking at the records, looking at their schedules from the past few years, this team knows high-scoring games. I mean, they just put 50 up on Lake City last week. So they're used to the high-scoring games. And Everett is just, feeling that backburn of it and, not really able to play keep up with the Aggies. Last week was a little different of a story. Manton was running all over them with the wing tee, but the Wildcats were able to keep drives alive. Lost the ball on fumbles, but they could keep the drives alive.
They kept the drives alive, and then they got to the red zone and could not execute, which they couldn't execute in the red zone. And Anderson is intercepted once again by number 50, Wyatt Wilson for the Aggies. The Aggies will have the ball, it looks to at the 40-yard line, 43-yard line.
Minute 50 remaining in the half. Aggies could score quickly here to
if they wanted
extend the lead just a little bit more.
If they wanted to, but they
push it out of hands for the Wildcats, some would say.
Push it out of hands.
A little bit of an understatement.
A little bit of an understatement there, but hopefully, if Everett, I know it's not looking good, obviously. Not looking good for Everett. But if they can come out of this half where they stand, I wouldn't mind it. With a no scoring drive here, I wouldn't mind it.
Oh yeah. And a huge rush again for the Aggies. First down and more.
You can tell just by the body language of Everett that they've given up. They gave up when it was 22-0. You could just tell. It was like, we don't want to be here. We knew. It's like their body language is absolutely like, we don't care anymore. We just want to go home.
Yeah.
Like I understand it's 50-0, 30 seconds left in the first half, but they cannot be down. They cannot, not care.
Right. You're on this team for a reason.
Yes.
You've shown up in moments all season. One stop, one good offensive drive. Just give the fans something, and the Aggies will go on to score another touchdown. Number 19 for the Aggies. That's Cadence Carnes, the junior. As the time expires in this first half, 56-0. Some would say it's a one-sided game. Others would say if Everett was playing golf, they'd be winning. They'd be right where they want to be. Unfortunately, it's not the spring, it's not golf season yet, and they are playing football. Down 56, looking for the point after. Student section in high spirits and energy as they're singing the fight song. And the first half will end Aggies of Beale City 57, Wildcats of Everett 0.
There's a chance that, like you said, 71-0 is their biggest scoring game. There's a chance they could break that.
Well, we hope they don't.
We hope they don't, but there's a very good chance they could break that. The way they're playing, the way Everett has just given up. I'm just going to be completely blank. They've given up. I don't want to see Everett give up, even though I know it doesn't look like they're going to win this game. It's pretty obvious they probably won't win this game, right? But play with pride. Play with that chip on your shoulder that, like, we may not come back, but we're still going to give everything we have.
Yep.
You cannot give up like they are right now. It's pretty, like, look at them. It's like they don't care. They're in the end zone, like they go to the end zone they don't go to the locker room. They just go to the end zone, take a knee, talk about what they have to talk about. But looking at them right now, it's like they don't care. I'm gonna be completely honest. They have to have that, like I said, they have to have that chip on their shoulder. They have got to care and say, we're not going to give up. We're going to put our best foot forward here and go in the second half and put some points on the board.
And with that, we are going to send you onto a break as we experience this beautiful halftime show for senior night here in Beale City, Michigan. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
I'm Molly Cataldo, your Evart Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones of Evart is a proud local sponsor of the Evart Wildcats football team. Call 231-515-1187 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Everett, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Evart, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Evart community. Go Wildcats!
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes and action-packed arcade, food and spirits, now with a smashing new rage cage and axe throwing. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10. Find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center and Bowling Center.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Everett football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Upgrade your retail space with reliable store fixtures from Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Michigan's trusted source for quality used retail equipment. They deliver across the state, specializing in used Lozier retail shelving, true glass door coolers and freezers, pallet racking and commercial safes, plus complete store packouts, relocations, and on-site liquidation sales. Contact them today at 616-426-1247 or visit millerliquidations.com.
WBZX, Big Rapids.
Sportsmanship Summits start next month, and the very first championships of 2025 are won on the tennis courts. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Postseason play in field hockey and boys soccer gets started this week. In Upper Peninsula girls tennis, we already have our first champions of the school year. In Division I, Negaunee rolled to a fourth straight UP title and their 10th in the last 12 years. The Miners advanced to the championship match in all 8 flights, winning at number 2 singles and numbers 1 and 2 doubles. Ishpeming Westwood finished just 1 point behind in second, getting wins at numbers 3 and 4 singles and 3 and 4 doubles. Kingsford's Aubrey Moore captured the title at number 1 singles. In Division II, West Iron County won its 14th championship and first since 2020. West Iron got wins in 5 of the 8 flights, 1 and 3 singles and 1, 2, and 4 doubles. Norway and Ishpeming finished in a tie for second. Norway got wins at numbers 2 and 4 singles and number 3 doubles. Ishpeming had a runner-up in 6 flights. For more on the Upper Peninsula Girls Tennis Finals, please check out our coverage at MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. We love game-winning field goals, and Saginaw Valley Lutheran's Ryan Pittman delivered. He nailed a 22-yarder with 4 seconds left to give Valley Lutheran their first ever win over Ithaca. The win clinches a share of the Tri-Valley Blue for Valley Lutheran. The loss is Ithaca's first league loss since 2020. Escanaba football is off to a 6-0 start. Nolan Bink rushed for 175 yards and 3 scores, and he threw for 141 yards and 2 more scores in a 38-20 win over Marquette. It's Escanaba's first win over Marquette since 2019. And to DeWitt Soccer's Mason Rayborn, he netted 2 goals in a 3-1 win over Mason. That game was the CAAC Gold Cup final. The 2 goals are Rayborn's second and third career goals for DeWitt.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We're on the football field today, and the defense has sacked the quarterback in the offense's own end zone, resulting in a safety. That's 2 points for the defense, but what happens next? Following a safety, the team that was on offense must kick the ball back to the team that was on defense. The kicking team can either punt it or drop kick it, with the line of scrimmage being their own 20-yard line. The kick must occur from within 1 step of the line of scrimmage, and the receiving team must have all of their players at least 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Once it's kicked, play continues on as normal, much like a punt or kick return. But if a team chooses the drop kick, they could recover the ball once it travels at least 10 yards.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Sportsmanship is one of the most important aspects of educational athletics, and along with scholarship, safety, and an appropriate scope, it is one of the MHSAA's 4 main core values for school sports. Winning is great, but good sportsmanship helps develop habits that can be used well beyond the playing field. For more than 20 years, the MHSAA has provided a sportsmanship summit experience to students across Michigan. Workshop sessions focus on sportsmanship both on and off the court and feature hands-on activities, including one session developed and instructed by members of the MHSAA Student Advisory Council. At the end of each summit, the delegation from each participating school will meet to develop a school sportsmanship campaign. Summits will be held on November 3rd in Lansing, November 5th in Troy, November 10th in Traverse City, and November 12th in Kalamazoo. Each site is limited to 200 attendees, so be sure to register now to reserve your space. Registration materials and other information can be found at MHSAA.com. As Grantland Rice once wrote, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. And it's our hope that everyone plays with sportsmanship on their mind. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
B1039.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Everett Public Schools and all Everett athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And Michaela with Big Rapids Roofing.
Veterans Day is fast approaching, and as a veteran-owned company, it's one of our favorite holidays to celebrate.
In honor of all who have served, Big Rapids Roofing is once again partnering with Habitat for Humanity to raise money for their Veterans Critical Home Repair Program. There are a few ways to help us accomplish our mission, one option being our 3rd annual pheasant hunt.
It will be hosted at Haymarsh Hunt Club on October 18th. Lunch and guides will be provided by our sponsors.
To register, call us at 231-629-8088.
Your local family-owned dealer for tractors, implements, and more is Burnup's Equipment Company with 8 convenient locations, including Big Rapids, Breckenridge, Coopersville, Dorr, Hudson, Nashville, Three Rivers, and Wyatt, Indiana. Burnup's offers more than just tractors, from mowers and snow blowers to combines, plus parts, expert service, and fully stocked hardware stores. Backed by a dedicated team, they're proud to support our communities and proud to be a broadcast sponsor of the Everett Wildcats.
I'm Molly Cataldo, your Evart Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones of Evart is a proud local sponsor of the Everett Wildcats football team. Call 231-515-1187 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Everett, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Everett, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Everett community. Go Wildcats!
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Everett. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes and action-packed arcade, food and spirits, now with a smashing new rage cage and axe throwing. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Everett on US 10. Find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center and Bowling Center.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Everett football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
If you are trying to fight invasive plant growth on your lake or pond, PLM Lake and Land Management is ready to help. For nearly 50 years, their scientists and state-certified applicators have provided the highest quality services to their customers. With offices throughout Michigan, including Everett, they service water bodies of any size. So if you need help containing a current infestation or preventing one from taking hold, get in touch with PLM Lake and Land Management at plmcorp.net. Proud to be a part of the Everett community. Go Wildcats!
Upgrade your retail space with reliable store fixtures from Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Michigan's trusted source for quality used retail equipment. They deliver across the state, specializing in used Lozier retail shelving, true glass door coolers and freezers, pallet racking and commercial safes, plus complete store packouts, relocations, and on-site liquidation sales. Contact them today at 616-426-1247 or visit millerliquidations.com.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Everett Public Schools and all Everett athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And Michaela with Big Rapids Roofing.
Veterans Day is fast approaching, and as a veteran-owned company, it's one of our favorite holidays to celebrate.
In honor of all who have served, Big Rapids Roofing is once again partnering with Habitat for Humanity to raise money for their Veterans Critical Home Repair Program. There are a few ways to help us accomplish our mission, one option being our 3rd annual pheasant hunt.
It will be hosted at Haymarsh Hunt Club on October 18th. Lunch and guides will be provided by our sponsors.
To register, call us at 231-629-8088.
Welcome back to B1039, the home of your Everett Wildcats. We've got about 5 minutes left to go in this halftime show. It's a beautiful, turning out to be a beautiful night here in Beale City. The rains went away. The wind isn't as windy as it was earlier. Still a little bit of chills in the air. Marching bands ending their boy band halftime show, which has been absolutely amazing. They're ending with In Sync right now. The Wildcats are not in sync, and they have not been all game. They are currently down 57-0 at half. They could work on everything, really.
They need, like I said at the end of half, if you're just joining us here on B1039, they need to work on a lot of everything, pretty much. They need to be able to pass the ball better, catch the ball better. Linebackers, there are no words to be said. They just got to work on staying home, making the tackles, staying home. And then, obviously, I don't know if they're going to come back from this. I think it's going to be way too hard to come back from this with this Beale City offense and defense the way they're playing. Everett needs to play with pride. They need to play Everett Wildcat football like we talked about in our intro to start our broadcast. They need to play with pride, hustle. Everything they have needs to go into the second half so they can put some points on the board. You can tell by looking at some of the players, not all of them. Some of them, I'm not going to lie to you, look like they've just given up on this game. Some of them, some of them are wanting to win this game. They're not giving up. They're like, we're going to go put some points on the board and hopefully come away with not getting blown out, put some points on the board, make it a little closer of a game than it is.
And this game is win and you keep your playoff chances alive, lose and you're eliminated. Just like another game that's on right now, the Tigers game. ALDS Game 5 in Seattle. Win or go home. Winner faces Toronto in the American League Championship Series. Currently, it is tied 0-0 in the second inning. Skubal on the mound for the Tigers. It's a game that I think everybody here in Beale City can agree on. If not football for tonight, maybe the Tigers, hoping that they are able to come back, go to Toronto and then come back into Detroit in the next round.
Be completely honest, it's one of the best hitting games I've ever seen from Detroit in the last couple of years. Last game, they hit the ball amazing.
It's been, Javier Baez having his first postseason home run since 2017.
I think he went like 4 for 5.
Yeah.
In that game. I want to continuously see that, like him hitting the ball like he is.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be nice to see the Tigers have already made it as far as they did last year. Lost in Cleveland, Game 5 in the ALDS, and now they're looking to keep their playoff hopes alive in the ALCS as we just had a ground ball thrown to first, and now we have 2 outs on the board for the Tigers.
They're hitting the ball, though. They're hitting the ball very well right now. They're hitting the ball. They're just hitting it into the gaps, and Seattle's defense is playing the shift pretty well.
Yeah, Seattle, who has, Cal Riley kind of came out of nowhere. I mean,
I didn't hear of him until this year, and big dumper.
He fought with Seattle's management for a while, told them that they needed a change in management, stayed with them through their worst of times, and now has hit 61 home runs.
Unbelievable. Now I understand why they call him the big dumper.
Yeah. Last 2 games ago in Detroit, he actually hit his 61st home run in Detroit. Went right past the bullpens.
Do you see? Yeah, you
and
saw that
into
too.
the hands of a man wearing big dumper home run 61 shirt on. Went right into that glove. It was beautiful, and as soon as that happened, he ripped off his shirt, and right under it was big dumper home run 62.
If he did that, if he hit a second one right to that guy.
One is crazy enough. It was foreseen that it had to go to him. It was, just a perfect ball by Cal Riley in the first place. Even better that it went straight to the fan.
It was bound to happen. I'm not gonna lie. It was bound to happen at some point in the series. He was gonna hit a home run.
Oh yeah. Well, and then we have Skubal on the mound. Game 2, we had Skubal on the mound, and he gave up 2 to Polanco. 1 in the first, 1 in the 5th, second one in the 7th. Allowed Polanco to go yard twice.
Yes, and yes, he gave up 2 home runs to the same guy twice. But his offense didn't help him at all. His offense didn't help him. They have got to be able to get hits and get runs on the board, so it's not a 0-0 game going into the 5th inning. And they hit a home run, and it's like, uh-oh, we're down. And then another inning comes around, and we're still not hitting the ball. Another inning, we're still not hitting the ball, and Polanco comes back up, and it's in all over our heads. He just hit a home run off Skubal. Is he going to be able to do it again?
And he does.
Skubal hangs another breaking ball.
Same
exact
pitch.
spot. Same
pitch, same spot.
And absolutely crushes it.
And, Skubal is, in my eyes, and a lot of people would agree with this, the best pitcher in Major League Baseball right now. He's on track to win his back-to-back Cy Young awards, but Seattle has had his number all season. The Guardians have had his number all season, and it showed in the wild card against Cleveland. That first game, it wasn't a bad game for Skubal.
He had 14 Ks though.
Yeah, but all season he's been letting up hit after hit on these 2 teams, and they just so happen to be the 2 teams that we meet in the playoffs. Game 2, 2 yards for Polanco, beasts of hits for them, and it's we want him to be able to come out and hopefully hang another 14, 15 strikeouts and 8 innings, hopefully. Allow Vest to come in.
I would like to
for
see
an
him
inning.
pitch for like seven, some, maybe like. I know
at least 6, 7, right, Cam?
No, we're not doing that. No, I think he should pitch for like into the 7th inning, maybe get an out or 2, and then bring in Vest. I think that's what should happen, personally. And then let Vest do what he's done all year.
Let Vest deal out.
Let Vest what he's been doing all year, dealing in that 8th and 9th inning.
It's really reminiscent to me watching this Tigers team. I've had the honor of working with them for the past 3 years. Last year, unfortunately, I was not able to be at any of the games for the playoff experience, which was very upsetting for me. But just being able to have that secondhand feel, listening to my coworkers talk about it, returning for a game this summer, talking about how amazing their season's been, the fans have been. It's been an experience at Comerica Park unlike no other. Skubal doing what he's doing, just struck out another. He's at 3 right now, 3 Ks on the night, bottom of the 2nd.
My favorite thing to watch Skubal, out of all the things to see him, what he does, is his leg kick. How high he brings his leg up to his eye level when he pitches. Unbelievable. And then his changeup, what he just struck a guy out with, is unbelievable. How much that thing just bites out. It's a great pitch.
He's a great guy, and I'll say I'll flex a little bit. I'll say on a personal level, Tariq Skubal is a very nice guy. He's one of the first and last people to leave that stadium. I spoke to him a couple times my first 2 years there. He's just a great guy. But now we are back from halftime. Wildcats are kicking off to the Aggies to see if the Wildcats can bring any motion and try and tighten this game up a little bit. Return by number 2, Avery Small, starting off the half with a kickoff return touchdown for the Aggies.
All I'm going to say is I saw that. I could see it right from the kick because his name is Ronald. He kicked it to the right side, a pooch kick to the right side, and all the Everett players went to the right side. Every single one of them. And then some Beale City players still stayed to the right side where there's nobody, and the returner saw it, Small saw it, and he runs all the way to the right side, and there's no Everett Wildcat to be found.
So I did some research during halftime, Cam. First of all, actually, we should state this. Since the Aggies were up by more than 40 points at halftime, it is now a running clock for the rest of this game, unless their lead goes down by under 50. I did some research. We were talking about how their last 5-6 years, 71 points, 72 points has been the most they've scored. I went all the way back to the year I was born, 2004. That 2004-05 season, they also scored 71 points. And 71 and 72 are the highest Beale City scores that I could go back to from 2004 to 2005. And right now, it's 64-0, the beginning of the third quarter.
It's not even 2 minutes into the third quarter. And
this is with the running clock.
It's looking like they might break that record. That we know of. That is the record that we know of. It looks like they might break that.
For fans, though, you got to look at the bright side. I do have one bright side, Cam. There's been a couple games where you've yelled at me for talking about the clock situation, about saying a game's going by quickly and then it slows down. With the running clock, the second half will only be around 24 minutes. 12 minutes each quarter. Running clock kind of, brings down the pressure of how many points. Will this Aggies offense score on the defense of the Wildcats? And we're also seeing Langworthy just got taken down at the about the 32 or 33 yard line, or 30 yard line, my apologies. 33 is where they'll set them up at. On that kick return. Special teams for the Aggies has now scored more than the offense for the Wildcats.
I have nothing, John. I really do. I could see that from the kick that I knew he was going to go to the right and no one was going to touch him.
Yep.
Because there was nobody to the right side. It's getting to the point, though, for Evert, that do you take out Anderson in that fourth quarter?
Well, and this is the problem that we see with the Wildcats team, right? We've talked about this. We actually talked about this earlier. They only have about 23 roster spots right now. And so you have players playing both way positions. So you have to be very careful on who you take out when, because if you take someone out and the sub goes in and they get hurt, starter's going right back in. And score update, Seattle has scored first in the game. They are now up 1-0 in the second inning, 2 outs. There's going to be a pickup of about 6 yards for Swales.
That was a good pickup because Swales is averaging right now, I think, a total of 2.5 yards a carry. I think he is. So very good carry there by Swales to give them better field position on 3rd down 4.
And Anderson using his legs, the ball carrier, he'll gain a first down and more. Looks like he'll be stopped up at about the 47 or 48 yard line.
I think he gained, I think, a total of 12 yards after the first down there. Great play call by Ben Bryant there for a first down. He faked a screen and then faked a little pass screen there and then went right up the middle for a first down.
So
Great
they're
play
going
call.
to set up 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Just over 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Anderson looking to pass and intercepted by this Aggies defense. This Aggies defense, which has been all over the Wildcats all night. And it's going to be his second interception of the night for this Aggies defense. You have a nice play. You have a nice rush by Anderson. Allow him to pick up quite a bit with his legs. And then you throw a pick. 1st and 10.
Picked off by number 9, Will McClintock. I think it's a hard name to pronounce. My apologies. McClintock.
We'll get there, Cam. We'll get there. We're hoping that we don't have to call his name again.
Hopefully.
Not only for pronunciation key's sake, but
he is a running back though, so we don't know.
And that is going to be handed off to number 24 for the Aggies.
Number 24 for the Aggies. No, oh my. They don't have it.
We have been informed this is a JV player for the Aggies now. They have thrown in their 5th quarter guys. Something that, when you have a big enough team, you have to do this. You're up 64 points. You have to throw in the 5th quarter guys. It's great for the JV kids because they get that experience at the varsity level.
They get the varsity reps.
And it gives your starters a little bit of time to sit out. You don't want to injure them, especially number 1 in the state. You need to be very cautious. If you're not playing a close game, you don't want them in. Obviously, if this was a little differently, we'd still see all of the starters in. But it's going to be a handoff to number 19 for the Aggies.
Cadence Carnes. I got that one right. Cadence Carnes. I got that one right. But he is also, I think, Cadence Carnes is a junior, so he's a junior, but I think he's the backup running back for the Aggies, and he's gaining.
We saw a little bit of emotion from him at the end of that first half.
Here's the thing. He's a backup running back for the Aggies, and he's still gaining 12 yards. I think he's averaging 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, I mean, I think every player on this Aggies team has been averaging pretty good yardage. They're up 64 points. Kind of just writes itself a little bit. Aggies. This might be the first play in quite a bit that the Wildcat defense has been able to stop right about the line of scrimmage there. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Aggies.
You know what I saw in that play, though? The
4-yard
linebackers stayed home.
Yeah.
They stayed home. They didn't split. They ran it right up the middle. The linebackers stayed home and made the tackle.
Yep.
That's what they need to do. That's why
no hole.
There was no hole. So that needs to happen. That needs to continuously happen here in the rest of the game.
It's going to be another handoff to Carnes. And he is finally going to be dropped down after a nice pickup of about.
So that they stayed home again, but that time their running back Carnes was able to break a tackle on the linebacker and get a first down. Ran right into Willie Ray though, and
it's going to be a pickup of about 20 for Carnes. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line, all the way down in Wildcats territory. And with this running clock, we already have only 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. I mean, this has been obvious. No jokes here, but like a running clock, it's making the game faster. You know, there's not been a lot of time for either team to really recoup. Nice thing about a regular game that's closer is in between drives, the clock's stopping, you're kind of getting a little bit more time to just hang out for a second. Not with a running clock. And number 24 for the Aggies, brought down in the backfield. Noticed right away that he was going to get the ball handed to him. Loss of a couple yards. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards for the Aggies. Call it 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line. Minute 30 in this third quarter. Just a reminder, Aggies up 64. Your Wildcats, 0. Fans are all still here in their seats for Beal City. We were talking at halftime, and we were told that Beal City fans do not leave, no matter the score. And that's what we're seeing right now. Student section is still in high spirits.
They're planning a little roller coaster, I just heard from one of the leaders of the student section. He said they're going to do the roller coaster in between quarters here. So I'm kind of curious to what that is. I can't wait to see what it is. But
might be the most interesting part about this game.
It might be, because
figuring out what the roller coaster is.
Because even the people up here in the press box don't even know what it is. So
we're all going to find out together. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Clock is just ticking away. 35 seconds in the third. Empty backfield for the Aggies. Handoff to 24 once again. He's going to pick up a couple more. Looks like he's going to gain of about 4, setting him up at 4th and 8. It's going to be a pickup of 5 yards. 5 yards. And I think this might be the first time that the Wildcats have kept them to 4th down. Progress. Forward progress. They're just trying to find a little bit of light out there for this Wildcats team. End of the third quarter.
They're all sitting down, so we're about to find out what this is.
I hope everyone at home is holding on to the edge of their seats, because that's what we are, trying to figure out what this roller coaster is. Oh, and they're going up. They're moving back. They're going up, back. Up, back. It's just like you're riding a roller coaster. They are just...
I'm a little nervous that somebody's going to bang heads. I'm a little... You were right. This is the most interesting part about this game so far. Everybody up here is like shaking their heads like, what was that?
Oh my goodness! It's been a long time since I've been in high school.
They're still going.
Oh, now we're sitting down. Oh, we're going to the left. We're going to the right. We're going up, down. We are just having a field day in the student section. I love that these fans are still able to find something. I'm sorry, you guys. This is too much. I love that the fans are still trying to keep as much energy as they can for this Aggies sideline. Wow.
That was pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. For them,
I think I'm sick looking at it.
That was a little hard to like just I'm not going to lie, a little strange.
Start of the fourth quarter, clock's already ticking. 4th down and 9 to go. Can this Evart Wildcats defense get a stop and keep the Aggies out of the end zone? And they do. They do. They're able to keep the Beal City Aggies out of the end zone for the first time tonight. Progress.
I saw Cade Morgan go like this. A little fist. Like, yes.
In all seriousness, you have to celebrate the small accomplishments.
Yeah.
You know that there wasn't going to be, coming out of half, there wasn't a huge chance you were going to come back with the running clock. Celebrate these small accomplishments, keeping them out of the end zone for the first time all game. Got 10 minutes and 50 seconds in this game. 1st and 10 at the 4-yard line for the Wildcats. I would prefer just any points on the board.
Oh.
Number 32, Cam Swales with a great rush for the Wildcats.
Their best run of the night, by far.
Going to be a pickup of about 14 yards for Cam. 1st down and 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line for the Wildcats. We are now entering the bottom of the 3rd for the Tigers-Mariners game. Mariners up 1-0. Another rush by Swales. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Wildcats. 28-yard line. Two nice rushes in a row by the Wildcats. Anderson looking to pass and incomplete to number 6, Cade Morgan.
He's forcing things when he throws it now. He's forcing it in there to where.
Which I don't know why you're forcing it, because if it's incomplete, the clock's still running.
Yeah, don't try to force anything here. Just.
Student section coming up with something else for their fans.
Another interesting. He told the parents to say "Go White" 3 times.
Wildcats 3rd and 1. Anderson, the ball keeper, will gain a 1st down on that and a couple more. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at.
Looks like they're patiently waiting on the cheerleaders here. Patiently.
1st and 10 at the 32, so a gain of 4 there for Anderson.
Trying his best to stay patient with the cheerleaders. He's like, come on, let's go. I want to get this chant going.
8 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this one-sided, lopsided affair. 64 Aggies, Wildcats 0. Anderson looking to throw. A little bit of pressure. Anderson's trying to take off with his legs. And incomplete to number 5 of the Wildcats, Austin Lucha.
No, I don't like that chant. Go blue, go white. You can't mix Michigan and Michigan State together. That's not a thing.
You're right. So let's try this together, Cam. Go green.
Go blue.
Okay, well you're mixing them. You were supposed to say go white.
No, I don't say that.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Incomplete pass to Lucha from Anderson to set us up here. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's like me saying go red. Yeah, wait not to say it. we don't like the scarlet and gray.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too hip on high school colors these days, Cam. It's been 4 years since I've been out of high school. I'm not.
It's Ohio State.
Oh, I got you. Okay. No. See, guys, it's been a very long night. Been a very long night. Pickup of about 3 yards for the Wildcats there. 3rd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
You get what I'm saying now?
I get it now. I'm there with you.
We're both from Michigan.
Yep.
We don't like Ohio.
No, I just oof. Anderson looking to pass. He bobbled the hand in his own arms. Was looking right, went left, ran, got knocked down.
Pretty hard.
It hurt me up here.
It didn't look good when he got hit.
It's going to be a 4th down, an 8, loss of 1 on that by Anderson. 4th and 8 at the 34-yard line.
I will say the student section's getting a little creative. They're starting to play in a lot of things. They're raising their hands up now.
Why punt when you're down 64?
There's 6 minutes left. It's a running clock. Just They're trying to keep him from scoring again, which I can understand. I will say, if they score again, they tie their school record that we know of.
This is a fantastic punt by Anderson on that.
Great punt. Like I said, though, if they do score again, it will tie in maybe
potential school record.
Potential school record. So that we know of.
Yep.
So I think they're trying. They probably don't know the school record, but I'm gonna guess they're trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Why they punted?
I'm assuming that before this game they didn't look back on Max Preps to 2004 and check the most points in a
maybe
in
a couple
game.
of the players did, but
yeah. 5 minutes left in this grueling game for the Wildcats, which will all but eliminate them from playoff contention.
Officially.
4:50 left, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Aggies. 22-yard line for the Aggies. They're kind of just taking their time.
They're waiting for the ref. Yep, I raised his hand. That's like the
good to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Quarterback continuously moving his legs and kept getting more yards.
That's a freshman quarterback out there
For probably a JV quarterback, probably the JV.
For the Aggies. He's on the varsity team. He's not a fifth quarter player.
Okay.
So this is a freshman who's earned his spot on varsity. So kudos to him. We've talked about the different freshmen that we've seen on different teams. Willie Ray, being a standout for us. So shout out to number 10 for the Aggies being able to earn his spot as a fantastic to be able to see that. 3:40 to go in the game. 2nd and 3rd, 29-yard line. And the defense is going to push him back just a couple yards. Possibly a loss of about 2 or 3.
In the 4th quarter, final quarter of play, 64-0. Everett is just trying to keep Everett on. Everett is not trying to keep Everett. Everett is trying to keep Beale City out of the end zone to end this game. That's why they punted the ball, John. That's probably why they punted it, not keeping it in their own hands. I understand you're probably a little confused, but that's probably why they punted it, to push them back to keep them away from the end zone again.
Yeah, but you're down 64. What?
I still think they just don't want to.
3rd and 4 for the Aggies. Almost brought down, head straight into a defender and kept running through. It's going to be a gain of enough gain for a 1st down for the Aggies. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 2.5. Cal Riley up to bat for the Mariners. 1st and 10, 36-yard line for the Aggies.
2 outs for the Tigers. 2 with Cal Riley up, so hopefully Scooble can get another strikeout. I think he's got 5 on the night right now. I think he's got 2 strikeouts in this inning. So
good. It's good numbers we're seeing from Scooble. Less than 2 minutes. We're officially down in the 2-minute range for the game. And this will probably be, say, one more play after this, and
if they get the 1st down, that'll probably be it. Because I don't see Everett, obviously, no reason to take a timeout.
Yep.
So they'll get one more 1st down, then take the knee.
And Everett will unfortunately be out of playoff contention in a lopsided affair, 64-0 against the Beale City Aggies. Beale City kind of just had their way with Everett tonight.
Yeah.
Everett putting up their first goose egg of the season. 0 points on the board for them. 2nd and 2, 38-yard line for the Ags. 2nd and 8, my apologies. And number 19, Cadence Carnes, the junior, once again running it up for
one more play
for the Ags.
One more
3rd
play.
down.
One more play.
2 to go.
No matter what, if they don't get the 1st down here, it's over. one more play and it is over the game is over. So the final score will probably be 64-0 unless they run the ball. They're going to probably run the ball here. I
would like to think that Beale City's a nice enough team where they're not going to take a strike or, run it into the end zone with 30 seconds left. So.
I bet you they'll slide down if they get a break. Maybe because some JV players are in. Maybe they try to get their first varsity touchdown. You never know, right?
And a handoff to number 12. Brought down, and that is going to be the game, folks. That's all she wrote here in Beale City, Michigan. The Aggies of Beale City, 64, proving their dominance, showing why they're number one in the state, showing why they're reigning, defending, undisputed state champions, and your Evart Wildcats falling out of playoff contention. 0 points on the night. They could not get it going at any point. Offensively, defensively, they just could not move the ball as they needed to. Evart has 2 games remaining, and both of them will be at home. Hopefully they're able to recoup this week and come back against McBain next Friday night, 7 p.m. in Wildcat Stadium, and be able to come back to their winning ways. As the fans, I know the community and the players all want another win on the season. We'll be right back here next Friday, pregame around 6:45 for McBain Evart at 7 p.m. on B1039. Everyone, you have a great weekend. Be kind to someone. Love someone. We'll see you guys right back here on B1039 next Friday. Good night.
WBZX, Big Rapids.
Your local family-owned dealer for tractors, implements, and more is Burnups Equipment Company with 8 convenient locations, including Big Rapids, Breckenridge, Coopersville, Dorr, Hudson, Nashville, Three Rivers, and Wyatt, Indiana. Burnups offers more than just tractors, from mowers and snow blowers to combines, plus parts, expert service, and fully stocked hardware stores. Backed by a dedicated team, they're proud to support our communities and proud to be a broadcast sponsor of the Evart Wildcats.
I'm Molly Cataldo, your Evart Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones of Evart is a proud local sponsor of the Evart Wildcats football team. Call 231-515-1187 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
B1039 has been proud to bring you Evart Wildcat football. Our coverage is brought to you by these local sponsors: Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Lang Mechanical Heating and Cooling, AJ's Event Center, PLM Lake and Land Management, Molly Cataldo at Edward Jones in Evart, Burnups Equipment Company, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, Worst Landscaping, and Big Rapids Roofing. We encourage you to patronize all of our local sponsors and tell them you heard their